it. Stop it. I barely had anything to do with it.
Don't call.
All right, good evening, everyone. So Joe Biden's presidency is nearly over. His staff has all but checked out. They've even stopped changing the batteries in his Life Alert. In an interview with USA Today, the old coot insisted he could have beaten Trump in the election. In fact, only two things were holding him back: his widespread unpopularity and breathing. Elizabeth Warren harped on Pete Hegseth's Christian tattoo, suggesting he may be an insider threat. I guess Warren will do anything to get a scalp. But what a hypocrite to talk about Hegseth having a troubling tattoo. Have you seen Liz's? Wow, her back hasn't aged a bit. Call me, Liz. Two death row inmates whose sentences were commuted by Joe Biden are refusing the clemency. Perhaps they're going to hold out for Donald Trump, who is offering them a great last meal. Yeah, from French fries to getting fried. Sonny Austin's husband, Emmanuel, an orthopedic surgeon, has been named in a New York RICO case involving federal insurance fraud. Still, I hear he's a great surgeon. He even did Joy Behar's hoof replacement. Sean Diddy Combs is reportedly angry that his fellow inmate Luigi Mangione is getting more attention than he is. After all, he shoots guys from behind all the time. Aww. A new study found that nearly half of Americans carry spare underwear for emergencies. But experts claim that one man alone brought the average up. Finally, the Biden White House is working to effectively ban cigarettes. Great, now what will I do after sex? Well, I guess just close the laptop. So this week, Mark Zuckerberg added UFC boss and Trump supporter Dana White to Meta's board of directors. And Dana didn't even have to put Zuckerberg in a rear-naked chokehold to make him do it. The next day, Zuck announced Meta was cutting its fact-checking program on Facebook and Instagram. The program was installed after the 2016 election to manage so-called misinformation, but they now admit it went too far because those fact-checkers were too biased. In other words, the rats are bringing good people on board to stop their ship from sinking. Here's Zuck.
We've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact-checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. It's gone too far.
So the first question you got to ask yourself is, if this guy's worth billions, would it kill him to stop cutting his own hair? But also, would this have happened if Kamala had won? No. Zuck read the writing on the transgender bathroom wall. Daddy's home, time to clean up your act. Of course, fact-checking outfits are pissed. One of them, called Full Fact, whined about Zuck's decision, claiming that fact-checkers are the first responders of the internet. Yeah, like the ones in North Carolina that refused to help people with Trump signs on their lawns. They said, quote, "We believe the public has a right to access our expertise." So what exactly is that expertise? Well, here's a recent fact check. Quote, "Michelle Obama is not a man." So now they can define a woman. So this company got millions from Facebook. They didn't touch the Fine People hoax, the drinking bleach hoax, or the Hunter laptop is Russian disinfo hoax. Instead of debunking the most destructive hoaxes out there, they chased trolls and memes designed to make them look stupid. It worked. Everyone knows Michelle's a man. I'm joking. Stop it. A beautiful, beautiful woman. Barack. But this Facebook thing is a big deal because on the to-do list for MAGA, it's at the top, the return of free speech. Remember, it was Meta who elected Biden under the lie of disinformation, which means information Democrats don't like or want you to see. Meta has 3 billion users worldwide, so getting Zuck to see the light changes the course for the better. And it seems we really are changing course. You can feel it, an absolute nationwide sigh of relief. Trump's Times Person of the Year. ABC had to pay millions to him for lying. CNN and MSNBC are getting less viewers than Anna Navarro's shower cam. It's true. The media is like Larry Kudlow when he says this won't hurt a bit. No one believes them anymore. True, the left-wing matrix of hoaxes is imploding like Brian Stelter's favorite hammock. Identity politics has been destroyed, taking with it DEI, anti-white racism, and any woman of the year who wakes up with a boner. Alone. If you're in the media, you're toast. Clip all the out-of-context quotes you want. That stuff doesn't work. I guess you'll have to do some real reporting again. And the Liz Cheneys, the Kinzingers, you're done. Not only do the winners hate you, the losers do too, for you made them lose worse. Call it the Trump effect. It's the freedom to say what you know is real, not what the media tells you is true. It's now okay to say a man can't be a woman, or that Biden is demented, or that Taylor Swift is a 6 at best. And that's thanks to Trump. Because before, if you said all that, you'd be labeled a Trumper and a target of hate. The Never Trump movement tied the hands of every sensible policy, whether it's fighting crime or illegal immigration, because such sensible actions reeked of Trump. But that failed. And why? Because you didn't waver. And your bravery became as contagious as chlamydia after I toured the villages. Zuckerberg feels it. So do a lot of people. The country went from wanting to deciding. We got Trump in, and now he's off to the races, redefining the pre-presidency. And it's all about reciprocity. I mean, what should you expect after spending your time defending Trump, risking mockery, demonization, being called a racist or a Nazi? Well, here's the payoff. You had Trump's back, now he has to have yours. The only time Biden had our backs is when he was trying to sniff our hair. So it's good to see Zuck come around. It's good to see James Carville realize he was an idiot for doubting his own beady eyes and elf-like ears. It's nice to hear Bill Maher call out the people we were calling out for a long time. It's nice to see comics bravely go after Biden now, after we paved that road. We're happy you joined us. But remember who got you here. It's those evil Trumpers in red hats who led the way. Unlike January 6th, this was a real insurrection. Let's welcome tonight's guest! He's a cogent political force who got kicked in the face by a horse. Fox News contributor Charlie Hurd. He's not down on his luck. He just looks that way. Founder of StudioTSC.com, Michael Loftus. She's libertarian and pregnant, which means she craves small government and giant pickles. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor Cat Tooth. And he's tougher than The Rock and smarter than Spock. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA World Champion. Charlie, I'm a bit torn. Should we be happy and grateful that Zuckerberg saw the light, or should we still hold disgust for him for basically helping to get Biden elected, putting all that money in to getting that guy in instead of Trump? What say you, puffy-haired master?
Total disgust.
Really?
I mean, I think it's great and everything that he's coming, or pretends to be coming around. But if you look back at the last 8 years, everything he has done has been in some sort of response to Donald Trump. You know, the reason that they put the fact checkers in the first place was in response to Trump. In response to Trump running for re-election, he dumps $400 million in Zuckerbucks, get out the vote for Democrats. And then, of course, Trump wins again, and then he has to admit that all of the fact checkers were never about fact checkers.
Right.
The entire thing was about censorship and about trying to advance his political agenda. And yeah, like I said, I think it's great, but it's almost, to me, it's almost worse if you got bullied into that position. A lot of Americans die for the principles like free speech in our country. And this guy is going to, at best, got bullied out of it. And then also, the whole time he's giving this lecture, he pretends to care about poor people. He's wearing a $900,000 watch.
Incredible.
And I don't begrudge anybody spending money however they want, but just don't frickin' lecture me about how much better you are than the rest of us.
That's like twice the cost of mine. How ostentatious is that? You know, Michael, being a traveling hobo, I was curious how the homeless, are they feeling the Trump effect? Has he made America's greats better?
Yes, he's made the greats great again. That's what he's done. Zuckerberg's not off the hook.
No.
Like, I can't just celebrate this. And people are like, oh, but now he's got Dana White on the board. Yeah, because he's a technical genius, and he'll know that right? It's like, you can't just have fact checkers and censorship and then the Zuck bucks and influence elections, then go, oh, we're going to stop that. That was bad. We got Dana White in here from the UFC. Oh, now what a sigh of relief that is. Unless Dana White is going to organize fights with the fact checkers. Then I would watch. Right? Some lady who posted there's only 2 genders.
That's nice. I like that.
She gets to fight against some purple-haired fact checker. I'd love it. I'd watch Conor McGregor take out some crazy chick.
So instead of fights between illegals, we could have fights between nerds.
Yes.
Internet nerds.
Internet nerds, cage match, I'm watching.
There you go.
Good.
Kat, has Zuck become Trump's cuck?
Well, he looks very much like that guy in high school who tries to sell you weed on the school bus. And then if you actually take him up on it, you have to go over there and then he makes you hang out with him and like listen to his self-produced raps and watch him play video games. Just kind of like that. But I also, I think it's interesting how many people are describing this as Facebook going pro-Trump, because I don't really think that's fair. I think saying that you're not going to any longer oppress information that makes someone look, or the other side of someone look bad, or the opposition of someone look bad, is not the same as being pro that person. They're just not doing this for anyone. They're going to have the community notes feature, which is the people are going to weigh in, which I think is better. But yeah, it is cute. It's very cute that he seems to think perhaps anyone would believe this is for any other reason other than the fact that Trump is going to be the president.
Well, Tyrus, what if I take, his best intentions? Could he have seen the light after the remember he said after the assassination attempt that really rattled him?
Yeah. Somebody comes into your house, gets you fired from your job, then he bulldozes your front yard, he turns your family against you, and then one day he says, hey, look, I'm not going to charge your rent next month. That's basically what he's doing. I think if anything, if there's lawyers in the house, there should be some civil suits that have been proven by him saying his fact checkers literally got defensive. They didn't fact check what he was saying. They were like, no, they need us. Which means it was people that they hired, probably with the flow of the way things were in the last 4 years, DEI hires. So people were specifically hired to snuff out conservative ideas and concepts. People lost jobs. People were ostracized. Anyone who said anything about not wanting to get vaccine was basically a terrorist. So all those people that were affected, we always hear about mental anguish. We always hear about the bad things that people go through when they make fake accusations. Here's a real time where someone was being harassed to the point of you couldn't go to Christmas dinner because of your Facebook post. And his answer is, my bad, we're going to get rid of the fact checkers. No. You need to take that watch and cut it up and send it to a lot of the people's lives you ruined and helped orchestrate. And the election you helped influence.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.